This is the new diesel fuel filter and replacing it will require a bit more work. First we need to remove this larger underbody panel. Unfortunately, we still don't have access to the filter, so we have to remove a lot more screws, and since we're working over a garage pit, we are forced to use a small ratchet. A 90-degree drill adapter would have been perfect here, but ours just broke. I'm not going to show you every screw so we don't waste your time. Finally, we have access to the fuel filter. The plastic filter bracket is held to the chassis with two 13mm nuts. Then you can remove this small screw using a T20 bit. Now we remove the clips that hold this black cable to the filter bracket. Let's separate the two parts of the filter bracket. We place a container under the filter and begin disconnecting the fuel lines. On the right side at the quick connect you will find two clips. The red clip is the safety lock and must be completely removed, so you can press the green clip to release the filter. Rotate the locking collar connector on the left and pull the filter out. You won't lose much fuel from this side. Now we press the green clip to release the filter from the quick connect. It's best to have the new filter right next to you so you can install it as quickly as possible. The less fuel you lose, the faster the car will start afterward. We connect the new filter to the quick connect. We connect the filter to the rotating locking collar connector as well. If you heard the click and the screw holes align, everything is fine. We install the small T20 screw on the left and the red safety lock clip. It must go all the way in. Now we reassemble the two parts of the filter bracket, clip them together, and reinstall the clips that hold the black wire. Because of humidity, the original tape that held the wire on the small plastic bracket detached, so we will replace it with zip ties. Then we install the 13mm nuts, clean the fuel drips, and we're done. I wasn't able to perform a priming procedure using my multi-brand diagnostic tool because this function doesn't exist, so I simply turned the ignition on for 5 seconds and off about 15 times, then I cranked the engine and after about 5 seconds it started. I'm sure this video was helpful, so don't forget to reward the effort put into it with a simple tap or click on like or subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Until next time, we wish you all the best. Goodbye.